السيدات والسادة الكرام، نأمل منكم سرعة التفضل بالجلوس على مقاعدكم. سنبدأ بعد لحظات من الآن. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats now. We are starting shortly. السيدات والسادة الكرام، نأمل منكم سرعة التفضل بالجلوس على مقاعدكم. سنبدأ بعد لحظات من الآن. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats now. We are starting shortly.
السلام الملكي. نستمع الآن إلى آيات عطرة من القرآن الكريم.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
الله نور السماوات والأرض، مثل نوره كمشكاة فيها مصباح، المصباح في زجاجة، الزجاجة كأنها كوكب دري يوقد من شجرة مباركة زيتونة لا شرقية ولا غربية، يكاد زيتها يضيء ولو لم تمسسه نار، نور على نور، يهدي الله لنوره من يشاء، ويضرب الله الأمثال للناس والله بكل شيء عليم.
الحضور الكرام، حرصا منا على سلامتكم وتماشيا مع إرشادات السلامة التي نتبعها في حالة حدوث ما يستدعي الخروج من القاعة لأي أمر طارئ، فنرجو منكم استخدام مخارج الطوارئ والبوابات المخصصة لذلك في القاعة والظاهرة أمامكم على الشاشة، واتباع توجيهات فريق الأمن، راجين لكم دوام السلامة.
وفقاً للتجارب الدورية للمنصة الوطنية للإنذار المبكر في حالات الطوارئ، تقوم المديرية العامة للدفاع المدني بإجراء تجربة للمنصة الوطنية للإنذار المبكر على الهواتف المتنقلة في حالات الطوارئ بجميع مناطق المملكة في تمام الساعة 1 مساء الموافق يوم الاثنين 12 من جمادى الأولى لسنة 1447 هجرية. سلامتكم غايتنا.
In line with the periodic testing of the National Early Warning Platform for Emergencies, the General Directorate of Civil Defense will conduct a test on mobile phones across all regions of the Kingdom at 1 p.m. on Monday, 12th of Jamada al-Ola, 1447 AH. Your safety is our priority.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. صاحب المعالي الأستاذ يوسف البنيان، رئيس مجلس إدارة بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، الحضور الكريم، نرحب بكم من الرياض في النسخة 9 من منتدى برامج الضمان العربي والإقليمي. نجتمع اليوم لنحتفي بالإنجاز والتميز ولنثمن جهود شركائنا في دعم المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة. هذا اللقاء يعكس مسيرة من العطاء والتعاون المشترك، ويجسد تطلعاتنا لرؤية جديدة تدعم استدامة التمويل وتنمية المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة. ضيوفنا الكرام، نبدأ حفلنا بكلمة من سعادة الرئيس التنفيذي وعضو مجلس إدارة برنامج ضمان التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة كفالة، الأستاذ همام بن عبد العزيز هاشم، فليتفضل مشكوراً على المسرح.
معالي الأستاذ يوسف البنيان، رئيس مجلس إدارة بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، أصحاب السمو والمعالي والسعادة، السيدات والسادة، الحضور الكريم، من مدينة الرياض التي تنبض بالطموح والابتكار وتجمع بين الحداثة والرؤية المستقبلية، نبدأ بالسلام عليكم ورحمة الله. يسعدني أن أرحب بكم ويشرفني أن أعلن عن افتتاح منتدى برامج الضمان العربي والإقليمي في نسخته التاسعة، الذي عقد هذا العام برعاية كريمة من قبل معالي الأستاذ يوسف البنيان، وزير التعليم ورئيس مجلس إدارة بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، تحت شعار جسور الضمان لاقتصاد أقوى. ويأتي هذا المنتدى تأكيداً على مكانة شبكة الضمان الإقليمية كمنصة رائدة تجمع الخبراء وصناع القرار لتبادل التجارب والخبرات وبناء جسور التعاون في مجال الضمانات والتمويل المستدام والتنمية الاقتصادية ومشاركة قصص النجاح فيما بينهم لدعم الاقتصادات العربية والإقليمية. وفي هذه النسخة سيتم التركيز على محاور التالية: الرؤية العالمية لبرامج الضمان الائتماني وممارستها في الشرق الأوسط وشمال إفريقيا، دور الذكاء الاصطناعي في تطوير أنظمة الضمان وتقييم مخاطرها، استدامة التمويل في المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة والأعمال الزراعية، تحجيم المخاطر وآليات اتباع السياسات المحاسبية والمعايير السليمة، تمكين الصادرات نحو التجارة العالمية. إن المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة اليوم تمثل ما يقارب 90% من إجمالي عدد المنشآت، وتسهم بنحو 60% من الاقتصادات المتقدمة، وتوفر أكثر من 50% من فرص العمل في الاقتصاديات النامية، و65% من فرص العمل في الاقتصاديات المتقدمة. ويأتي هذا المؤتمر على هامش مؤتمر بيبان لشاركة التجربة السعودية بتمكين المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، والتي وضعت رؤية المملكة 2030 مستهدفاً عبر رفع مساهمتها في الناتج المحلي إلى 35% وتوسيع فرص التمويل لتبلغ 20%، وتعزيز الابتكار وريادة الأعمال خاصة للنساء والشباب لدعم الاقتصاد متنوع ومستدام، وتمكين المنشآت من اعتماد الحلول الرقمية والذكاء الاصطناعي. ضيوفنا الكرام، لقد خطى برنامج كفالة على مدى 18 عام خطوات راسخة في تمكين قطاع المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة ومتناهية الصغر، مقدماً حلول تمويلية مضمونة تجاوزت قيمتها 127 مليار ريال سعودي، من خلال شراكات استراتيجية مع البنوك المحلية وشركات التمويل وحاضنات ومسرعات الأعمال، وبالاستعانة بالنصح والخبرات العالمية والإقليمية. وقد أسهم هذا الدور في تحويل طموحات رواد الأعمال إلى شركات رائدة ودعم بيئة ريادة الأعمال في المملكة، بما ينسجم مع مستهدفات رؤية 2030 بقيادة مهندسها وعرابها صاحب السمو الملكي الأمير محمد بن سلمان بن عبد العزيز ولي العهد رئيس مجلس الوزراء حفظه الله. حيث تجاوزت قيمة الكفالات الصادرة 90 مليار ريال عبر أكثر من 72 ألف كفالة، مما ساهم بدعم أكثر من 1,000,000 وظيفة، والمشاركة في النمو والاستدامة، ودعم التوطين وسيدات الأعمال، وتحول أكثر من 46 منشأة من صغيرة ومتوسطة إلى السوق الموازي أو السوق الأساسي. واليوم نحن نحتفي معكم بهذه المسيرة، ونعرب عن امتناننا العميق لحكومتنا الرشيدة، وشكرنا لجهات التمويل من بنوك وشركات التمويل وحاضنات الأعمال، وللجهات الحكومية والصناديق الداعمة، ولا سيما صندوق التنمية الوطني والبنك المركزي والهيئة العامة للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، التي أسهمت في شراء والتمكين ودعمت النمو وساهمت في تحويل الأفكار الواعدة إلى كيانات اقتصادية مؤثرة. نحن اليوم نخطو بخطى واثقة لتحقيق استراتيجية بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة من خلال عمل برنامج كفالة بالاندماج والتكامل مع بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، ويتم العمل على رفع قيم ونسب التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمستفيدة عبر توفير باقة من الحلول التمويلية والضمانات التي تخدم رؤية المملكة المباركة. ونتطلع معا إلى أن يكون هذا المنتدى منصة لتبادل الخبرات والتجارب، ومصنعا للأفكار والمبادرات التي ترتقي بقدرات سوقنا العربي والإقليمي، وتفتتح آفاق جديدة أمام منشآتنا لتطلع بدورها الحيوي في تحقيق التنمية الاقتصادية المستدامة. داعيا الله لكم جميعا بالسداد والتوفيق، والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
خلال مسيرة برنامج كفالة شهدنا نماذج ملهمة من قصص نجاح صنعت الفرق، قصص تعبر عن أثر تنموي حقيقي في دعم المنشآت وتمكينها من النمو والاستدامة. لنتابع.
كفالة هو البرنامج اللي جاء وقال أنا أكفل وسامع العوام وبيت التحميل.
برنامج كفالة ساعد فن المكاتب وغيرها من الشركات الصغيرة والمتوسطة، فالحمد لله تطورت خطوط الإنتاج عندنا وتطورت المصانع عندنا،
وكلها بفضل الله من فضل كفالة. ما قصروا والله، وإلى اليوم شغالين معاهم.
جت فكرة كفالة، البنوك التجارية تقدم القرض بضمان كفالة.
في برامج حكومية مثل برنامج كفالة يدعم، بس الواحد يبي له قوة قلب.
أكثر من 95% من التيم التسويق والمبيعات سعوديين وأغلبهم نساء.
بيجيك تعثرات بتطيح كثير، بس لازم توقف.
تقديراً لهذا الأثر نصل الآن إلى فقرة نعتز بها في برنامج كفالة، وهي جائزة كفالة للأداء المتميز، التي تواصل عاماً بعد عام في جعل التنمية واقعاً مستدام.
في كل عام تضيء جائزة كفالة للأداء المتميز سماء التنمية ونبض الاقتصاد، تكرم الشركاء الاستراتيجيين تقديراً لجهودهم واحتفاءً بإسهاماتهم في تعزيز قطاع المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة، وتروي عن قصص نجاح أحدثت الأثر في نمو الاقتصاد. الجائزة تتنامى عاماً بعد عام لتكون مرجعاً يثمن الشراكات ويحفز التنافسية عبر 3 مسارات تسهم في تمويل المنشآت، دعم رواد الأعمال، رعاية الابتكار. جائزة كفالة للأداء المتميز لمستقبل تنموي مزدهر ومستدام.
حضورنا الكريم، نصل الآن إلى لحظة تكريم شركاء النجاح من البنوك التجارية وشركات التمويل الذين جعلوا من التميز في دعم المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة واقعاً ملموساً. ولتقديم هذا التكريم فليتفضل على المسرح معالي رئيس مجلس إدارة بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة الأستاذ يوسف البنيان. تفضل على المسرح. سعادة محافظ صندوق التنمية الوطني دكتور ستيفن جروف. سعادة الرئيس التنفيذي لبنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة ورئيس مجلس إدارة برنامج كفالة الأستاذ إبراهيم الراشد. سعادة الرئيس التنفيذي وعضو مجلس إدارة برنامج ضمان التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة كفالة الأستاذ همام هاشم. نبدأ بالفائز بجائزة الأداء المتميز من البنوك التجارية المسار البرونزي، وجائزة تمويل المنشآت المتناهية الصغر البنك العربي الوطني. والفائز بجائزة الأداء المتميز من البنوك التجارية المسار الفضي، وجائزة تمويل المنشآت المتوسطة، وجائزة دعم قطاع الصادرات البنك الأهلي السعودي. الفائز بجائزة الأداء المتميز من البنوك التجارية المسار الذهبي، وجائزة دعم القطاع السياحي، وجائزة دعم القطاع التقني، وجائزة تمويل المنشآت الصغيرة، بنك الرياض. الفائز بجائزة الأداء المتميز من شركات التمويل المسار الذهبي، شركة عبد اللطيف جميل. الفائز بجائزة دعم القطاع الاستشاري، البنك السعودي الأول ساب. الفائز بجائزة دعم القطاع الوقفي، مصرف الإنماء. والفائز بجائزة دعم القطاع الثقافي وجائزة دعم القطاع الترفيهي، مصرف الراجحي. مبروك لشركاء النجاح من البنوك التجارية وشركات التمويل، ونشكرهم على أدائهم المتميز. والآن مع تكريم شركاء برنامج كفالة من الجهات الحكومية، صندوق التنمية السياحي. البرنامج الوطني لتنمية تقنية المعلومات. بنك التصدير والاستيراد السعودي. الهيئة العامة للترفيه. الصندوق الثقافي. ننتقل للجهة الأخرى. يبدو أن الصندوق الثقافي. طيب، ننتقل للجهة الأخرى، الهيئة العامة للأوقاف. نشكر شركاء برنامج كفالة من الجهات الحكومية، وننتقل الآن إلى تكريم رعاة المنتدى. الراعي الذهبي البنك العربي الوطني. الراعي الذهبي البنك السعودي الأول ساب. الراعي الذهبي بنك البلاد. الراعي الذهبي الشركة السعودية للتمويل. الراعي الفضي بنك الجزيرة. والراعي الفني شركة دوري. يبدو أنه لا يوجد ممثل لهذه الشركة. نطلب من جميع شركاء النجاح التفضل على المسرح لالتقاط الصورة الجماعية، البنوك التجارية وشركات التمويل والجهات الحكومية أيضاً، بالإضافة إلى السادة الرعاة. نرجو منكم جميعاً التفضل إلى المسرح. شكرا لكم، لحظات فخر فعلا واعتزاز بوجود كل من صنع الأثر في مسيرة برنامج كفالة. ألف مبروك للجميع على هذا النجاح، ونشكر لكم حضوركم، حضورنا الكريم. اليوم كنت معكم أجواء الجودي، ونلتقي بإذن الله بعد الاستراحة القصيرة لانطلاق الجلسات الحوارية. شكرا لكم. حياكم الله حضورنا الكريم مرة أخرى، ونبتدي أولى جلسات المنتدى الحوارية بعنوان رؤية عالمية لبرامج الضمان الائتماني في الشرق الأوسط وشمال أفريقيا. ندعو كلا من سعادة الأستاذ همام بن عبد العزيز هاشم، الرئيس التنفيذي لبنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة ورئيس مجلس إدارة برنامج كفالة، على المسرح. ندعو الضيف الثاني سعيد جبران، المدير العام لشركة تمويلكم، تفضل على المسرح. نجلاء بحر، عضو مجلس إدارة شركة ضمان الائتمان CGC في مصر. فينسنت ديبيتا، المدير التنفيذي للاستشارات الدولية في بنك الاستثمار الفرنسي. وسيدير الجلسة المعتصم الخطيب، مستشار تطوير الأعمال في برنامج ضمان التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة كفالة. حياكم الله على المسرح.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. It's a quiet pleasure to see a lot of familiar faces, and thank you for people who came from all around the world to join us today. I'm pretty honored today to have such a distinguished guest here with me, leaders in the guarantee schemes in the Arab region and also from Europe. We have Mr. Vincent. Before we begin with the session, allow me first to introduce my guests here. Let me begin from the right side, Mr. Humam Hashim, our CEO, our host. He has more than 25 years in the financial institutions in Saudi Arabia, and also he's the CEO of Kafala. When he first joined Kafala, late 2017, he transformed the organization from 300 applications annually to more than 7,800 applications per year. Please, let's give it a round of applause for that. Next to him, we have Mrs. Negla Bahar. She is the Executive Board Director of CGC Egypt. It is the most old Arab guarantee institution. And also, she is the Managing Director for EMGN, which stands for Euro-Mediterranean Guarantee Network. Thank you for being here, Ms. Negla. Next, we have Mr. Saeed Jabrani. He's appointed this year by His Majesty King Mohammed VI to be the Managing Director for the National Guarantee Institution in Morocco, Tamwilakum. And he also has a long experience. He was a board member of Credit de Morocco. Welcome in Saudi, Mr. Saeed. Lastly, we have Mr. Vincent Debeta. He is the International Managing Director for BPI France. And also his specialty came to increasing the dedication for SME and reforming public institutions in different countries for BPI France. Welcome in Saudi, Mr. Vincent. I believe this is not the first time you're here. Yeah. Okay, to begin with the flow, first of thing, we will start by the future of guarantee schemes, how our audience how our speakers will see it, and then we will go in a global level to see the impact of those guarantee and effort they're putting in the market, and then we will debate the governing model style for the guarantee scheme with their vision for the future. Let's begin first with Mr. Humam. Mr. Humam, if you close your eyes and imagine the future of guarantee scheme from upstream and downstream level, how do you see it?
Well, I believe that the guarantee scheme, they have proven themselves during different challenges, economical challenges, like COVID-19. We all witnesses big pressure, governments and the various institutions they faced, especially the SMEs, they faced during COVID-19. So the guarantee, they proved to be the solid foundation that they can mitigate the risk and they can help the government to keep the jobs, to keep the SME surviving during this period. Now, we in the guarantee scheme, we have good experience across years, which is, it gives us the ability to grow and to build up a good database about our business model. I trust now the agility and ability to expedite our process is a key element for the guarantee scheme. So if we close our eyes, the process of approving the guarantee, a single guarantee, rather than it takes days, it should take seconds. And not only that, we have to change ourselves, to change our behavior, to serve the SME before they ask. So we need to know who is our customer and start targeting our customer before even they ask. Thank you.
Brilliant, brilliant. Let's move to Mr. Vincent. What about your thoughts about the future of guarantee schemes? I think you need to use the mic, yeah.
Thank you very much. I would like to thank you for your welcome. Perhaps a few words about BPI France?
Please go ahead.
I'm not sure if everybody knows BPI France. BPI France is a French public investment bank, and our purpose at BPI France is to enable entrepreneurs to dare to grow. So what does it mean? BPI France finances businesses from the seed phase to the transfer to stock exchange through loans, innovation, support, guarantees, equity, international activities, and training. So in France, we play a major leverage effect on the French economy. For example, in 2024, more than 60 billion euros dedicated to companies. If I do a focus on the subject of the guarantee, BPI France offers banks its guarantee to reinforce SME financing during the request period between 40 to 60%. And the major figures are, in last year, 9 billion euro of credit banks guaranteed by BPI France, roughly 5 billion euro in risk guarantee, roughly 76,000 business projects benefiting from the loan guarantee by BPI France. Leverage effect, 1 euro in public funding provides 29 euro in BPI France guarantee and generate 54 euro in bank loans. Amazing. And outstanding risk in market guarantees, 11 billion. And about our activity in guarantee, 41% is for companies less than 3 years.
Amazing, amazing. That's a progressive. Yeah, let's go to the future of guarantee schemes.
So it was important just to give you some information about BPI France. So your question is very important, and I think I can address this with 3 main topics. An economic topic, the future trend of guarantee fund, and the challenge to anticipate. Because I will give an example. All countries want to create jobs. And who creates jobs? SMEs. All countries want to transform and produce locally. And the evolution has been greatly accentuated since COVID and the war in Ukraine. But in order to produce locally, banks need to finance investment projects. However, in many countries, banks are primarily flow banks, balance sheet banks, and not project finance banks. So financing SMEs is very a risk, and bankers need to optimize the risk when they decide to finance investment projects. and they need to benefit from the guarantee provided by the guarantee fund. So guarantee companies, I'm convinced, and we are convinced, are already at the heart of the business financing ecosystem, and they will play an increasingly essential role in enabling banks to finance projects, thereby contributing to job creation and local projection within the country.
Brilliant.
About the second point, because we speak about the future, there is future trends to identify. A very important one, digitalization and artificial intelligence. This evolution will change the life of guarantee fund.
Absolutely. I think that's what Mr. Humama actually said.
Banks and guarantees, banks and guarantee organizations are integrating artificial intelligence tool for real-time risk assessment and simplification of procedures. And they should reduce cost and speed up the granting of guarantees. Second point, very important, we have all concerned greening of guarantees. Green guarantee scheme, up to 80% coverage by BPI France, will be strengthened to support the ecological transition and sustainable project.
Amazing, yes.
Third point, extension delegation. Technological development will contribute to delegating guarantee to banks and promote rapid access to financing for SMEs. Fourth point, very important, is the partnership to share the risk. So partnership with international funds. I am used to work a lot with Africa. So guarantees lie between national fund and regional organizations such as IFC, African Guarantee Fund, African Solidarity Fund, are being developed to pool risk and extend coverage to projects excluded from traditional scheme. And last point, focus on strategic segments to develop guarantee schemes, innovation, internationalization, and transfer will remain priorities. And according to your question, last point, the challenge for the future. The challenge is very difficult for us and for everybody, I think so. Financial sustainability.
Financial sustainability.
Yes, funds must remain balanced despite the increase in guaranteed quota and volumes and decrease in allocation. I don't know how it is in your countries, but in France, we have less and less public allocation.
Amazing.
Regulatory adaptation, harmonization of eligibility criteria at European level, and integration of ESG standards. And last point, re-leverage, prevent guarantees from encouraging banks to demand additional collateral, which will limit the impact on access to credit. So the conclusion for the first question, the future of National Guarantee Fund is moving towards greater digitalization, a rise in green guarantees, international partnership, simplify processes for SMEs, and support banks in financing the investment project.
Amazing.
So I think that national guarantee funds are very important.
You summarized the challenges, you summarized the future. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, brilliant. Ms. Nagla, it's to you. The future of guarantee schemes, from your point of view.
Actually, I think we are in the future. Yeah, the guarantee, we are already there. So I won't see it like a step to go. We are already in. Will we take it actually from a global even perspective, which is very, very important to look at it and then come down to the MENA and go down to our schemes. I have actually the luxury of being exposed across lots of global acts. I have just to tell you, just as an indication, in the last 3 to 4 weeks, I participated in more than 6 or 7 involvement, whatever it is, if it is a conference or if it is a virtual or whatever it is. But what I'm going to say now, which is very important, there were a couple at South America. There was one in Africa. There was one in Europe. And there was one in Asia, and like a fifth one in the Middle East, and here we are. Mm-hmm. That by itself, and it's all around guarantee, that by itself, it gives you an indication how important is this topic. This is not a small industry. This is an industry that reached almost $3 trillion. You know, that is back 2 years ago assessment by the IMF. Mm-hmm. This is an industry that the IMF itself, you know, came in year 2021, 2022, talked about all the acts that had been taken by IMF during and post-COVID to support the markets, and where they put it's a study that is publicized actually. Yes. In comparison between direct cash investment and in between equity investment and between investment in guarantee, the impact that they got from investment in the guarantee was far beyond all what they got across all. And it was actually then that the IMF said that almost, that was in 2022, 2023, 65% of the members countries in IMF, they have guarantee schemes, and the other are working in their guarantee schemes. And I am an eyewitness for that, being actually the coordinator of the African guarantee schemes. Seriously, each week I receive a call from an African country talking about either establishment or enhancing or advancing their guarantee scheme. So from all of this, another thing actually, Humam and I, we participated, I was requested by the AECM, which is the network of the guarantee schemes in Europe, to form and moderate a session about what?
The Islamic.
About guarantee Sharia compliance. So if we talk about a market that is in Europe and having an interest in looking at developing a guarantee product that is Sharia compliance in Europe, that again by itself, it gives you the indication how this industry is strong, how this industry is a focus, how this industry is taking this stage of the markets now. This is a fact, not a future that we are looking at. This is what we are living, to tell you that. So currently, the guarantee schemes, they are really moving to the center stage of the different markets.
Brilliant.
So the very important point when it comes, because also it does not come just like slogans that we're saying.
Sure.
We are all here guarantee schemes. Of course we'll talk in favor of guarantee. Of course we love the guarantee. Of course we have a passion about it. So it's not about passion or because it's our profession. It's about a fact. What the global economy is facing now, from diversified risks, from new risks, from all these kind, call it disturbance, I call it opportunities, you know, call it whatever it is, they definitely need the guarantee. And when we cascade that down to our region, a region of approximately 500 million population, 60-70% of them young age. You know, we are characterized by countries, they have young age. That by itself will take you into what? More of new business opportunities, more of SMEs. And now with the AI, with the climate, it's a new businesses coming on. Having all of this together, this is by default is again cementing the role of the guarantee to assist the policymaker and the government to go into more of supporting the guarantee schemes. And again, look what is going again globally. You know, when we talk about the international financial institution, the international development institution, there is no more cash. What's going on now, there are layers of guarantee. EU, for example, they started to issue a guarantee to be provided down to the guarantee schemes.
True.
If you go to the African Development Bank, if you go to the World Bank, if you go wherever.
Yeah.
So, you know, and this is not coming just like this or by chance. No, it's coming because of the model of the guarantee scheme, how the model of guarantee scheme proved to be favorable to policymaker,
Sure.
proved to be actually a workable and having an impact, and at the same time, this is a model that proved to be also, which is very interesting. Firstly, it's no cash, and it leverages your resources, because with guarantee, a dollar can come into 2, 3, 4, 10. During COVID, we came into 100 and 120, and in certain countries, they reached 300 leverages. So actually it was, so each dollar from the government, they get against it a 300. So it's by definition this. But this is not only. It is also, if these schemes are run properly and structured properly and regulated properly, you know, they can be a very profitable while they are doing their business. So they are currently, again, they are a new opportunity for investment bodies. When we're finding investment across the world, these opportunities are shrinking. These are new opportunities to invest in. So the guarantee schemes also can be able to attract the private sector money into themselves. So this is global, and when you shrink it, you come to MENA, it's more enhanced, because the characteristics of our region is more emphasizing this role, and the need of the guarantee schemes and properly structured guarantee schemes and properly run and supported. Actually, we are in more need actually of it. To tell you the truth, even now one scheme, we are what in this, in our main network, we are approximately 14 members. You know, there is a company representing each country, you know, and they are expanding. And those who do not have two, I think they are working on their guarantee schemes.
I think we'll come to this point.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll come back to it later. And I agree with your point, because IFC have announced the financing gap for a small and medium enterprise, and it's exceed $6.3 trillion globally. So when it comes to region, I think this amount can be, in our region, I believe it's $200 million. Moving forward to Mr. Saeed Jabrani, what is your point of view about the future?
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Thank you for the question. It's a tough one, because always very risky to see forward and try in this very moving period we're living. Maybe I'm gonna answer in two times. First time is, do we still need guarantee schemes in the future? That's the question. And I will give only two reasons, even if there are too many others, and Vincent give a lot of very interesting insight. Only two reasons why I strongly believe that in the future we still need guarantee schemes. The first one is that our DNA is to help fill the gap of the market of many operators to have access to financing. And for sure, in the future, there still be this gap. Because in a very economic way, not all SMEs, not all operators have sufficient balance sheets in order to have access directly to financing. So for this reason, at least, we will still need in the future guarantee schemes. The second reasons why is the fact that the impact policymakers and public authorities and studies have shown that know that through guarantee schemes we can have impact. And I give only one figure. Maybe when later we're going to discuss much more deeply this point. For us, we have shared a study a few days ago. 45% of SMEs don't have access properly to financing. So for sure, and the impact is very important of guarantee schemes. So for these two reasons, there will still be guarantee schemes in the future. Second part, in which way? And now maybe we can make a step back, and like Ustad Humam said, is guarantee schemes the best tool for policymakers to address this issue? The question should be asked, even though we operate in guarantee schemes, but the question is there. And I strongly believe the question is yes, because our business is a leveraged business.
Sure.
I'm sure that guarantee as a standalone business is not sufficient to address this gap of market. Not only, and we'll discuss it because there are other tools, there is equity. Also, we can think about credit schemes directly for SMEs also. And the future for me will not be guarantee or equity or credit for SMEs. It will be a lot, both of them, or three of them, or four of them, but with artificial intelligence that challenge all of us. The future will be a very genuine combination between all of these products, tools, and sometimes during the life of a loan, we go a step back. We start with loan, and in the middle of the loan, it will be guarantee, and maybe if it's interesting for us, we are going to equity. Maybe, I don't know, depends. Or we start with equity, and it will go back to loan. So dependent. So the future is structured products between all of these tools, and guarantee for sure will be a backbone, always a backbone for this future.
Amazing. I mean, that's indicate how the guarantee scheme have multiple options, multiple way to attract with the market. Of course, the governing model it's important because it's vary from country to a country. But before we go to the governing model, I would like to go to Mrs. Negla. If we look deeper to our region, we have some newly established guarantee schemes, and we have other who are performing really well. How do you summarize the current situation, and what is the role for EMGN to deal with all the guarantees?
Actually, I've seen across the last few years, not only there are some who had been established earlier or whatever, there are lots of reforms and restructures. And the very important point, even those who are older, they started to reform and restructure themselves, in new forms. Take, for example, and I leave it to Saeed, we're Morocco. They witnessed this change like a few years ago when you change it actually from a pure public sector to the joint stock with the government share. Look at us, where the company started also as public sector, then shifted into, it had been always a joint stock, but then it has like participation from central bank, and now central bank is exiting, and probably other private will be in. Look at other models which still public sector, and others, they are mix of public and private. Others, they are owned maybe by the central banks. Some are actually heading to or having license for possible lending or something like this. I think Morocco, they do have, and I believe I'm not sure Kafala, but actually you could be development bank or under development bank, and the same model in Qatar. So there are lots of diversified models, which no problem, because each economy has its own characteristics.
Sure.
But we are at a time where we need to relook what is best. And the thing actually when it comes to guarantee, yet there is no book about guarantee. So what we do, we interact together, we learn from each other, and we see how things are going and what are the best and who are booming. Mm-hmm. So talking about our region, we are at this stage where we need to identify not one identity because we're different, but we need to identify the best identities.
Okay.
And we've seen lots, I think actually in Europe, we've seen lately this shift into development banks. We've seen the Portuguese shifting into development banks and absorbing the guarantee. We've seen the Greek, and we've seen actually the debate between which is better and how. And you are development bankers, BPE France, right?
True.
Yes, established. So in reality, and this debate, guarantee, development, underdevelopment, separate, and we'll always go across this debate. But what's suitable for you as an economy, we need to put these characteristics to identify, So if we're talking about the region, it's very diversified. If we go bigger, we will find lots of models, very successful models. Sure. But will it suit us? We need definitely to put lots of work in examining, identifying, and working on shifting into this.
Mrs. Negla, you started the debate. Let's go with the speakers. I believe we have a couple of development bank and a couple of independent guarantee institutions. So which model for the future? Let me hear from Mr. Humam first.
Okay. Let's say that the beauty of guarantee program is the agility. All of us, we agreeing on that one. So it is agile. It's able to transfer from model to a model. And this feature, it needs to be kept as a part of the structure, of the future structure. Whatever it is, if it is standalone, governmental, or it's public listed company, or if it is running under the development bank, there's no issue in that one. But the ability to be capable, and this is always I mentioned, to be maneuvering. This is the strengths of the guarantee program. If we handicap the guarantee program to be like a dinosaur, that it is not easy to move, then we will see slowness, we will see default, we will see non-performing loans, and we will see that a program not serving the economy. So ability to maneuver, ability to develop the processes inside the guarantee program is a key element. I will just elaborate a little bit in this one. And I'm sorry, but we were re-emphasizing during this seminar about AI multiple times. Now, if you think about a guarantee program, it works on the multiplier. It works on the coverage ratios, and it works on the fees. Three principles. This is the three main features which we have.
Yes.
The fee is the standard, more or less. Okay. Now we need to serve certain sectors, so we increase our exposure with these sectors, which we are aiming to. We need to provide faster decision, capable to serve the economy better. We need to strive and understand what is our customer demand. So we don't give them an oversized loan so that they go to bankruptcy. Sure. We need to ensure that they get the exact size of the loan that it serves their industry. It matches their cash flow. We need to look for the alternative data, which we do have, in order to put it as a part of the equation to take a decision. These are the features of the future guarantee program. I believe if we can elaborate it and if we can put it together, then we can give a much faster, much better decision that I have seen in certain countries. It takes 10 seconds to execute for a guarantee, for a single guarantee.
Sure.
Also, we need to ensure that the governmental, the physical, the governmental, the financial, the Ministry of Finance, they do understand the process of the guarantee so that they provide the exact amount of fund so that they can do their businesses in the future.
Great point. Great point. And it's also about collaboration with the top stock stakeholders in the ecosystem. Mr. Saeed, what's your point of view about that debate?
I'm not going to give a specific point of view in terms of organizational question or debate, like Najla said, because it depends a lot about each geography, each model, the specificity, the maturity of each market. But let's have more strategic view. I give an example, تمويلكم. In Morocco, we are 76 years old in Morocco. So we have long experience in the guarantee schemes. And today I give just some figures. We guarantee something like 70,000 operations per year, going from individuals, because we help people getting access to housing, to a mortgage, passing through microfinance, micro, SMEs, and we go also till SOEs, so very big tickets. So we have very long experience in guarantees. And with my background also, like you said, I've recently joined Tmwilcom. I'm more working in the private banking sector, so I have this view of the market. I believe that guarantee alone cannot reach all the goals that are fixed by policy makers. We need at some point development banks, because commercial banks will not go everywhere in the market in all the segments. We need institutions that work hand in hand with guarantee schemes and others to achieve the fact that we are going to have the objectives the policymakers are making. Once that is said, and in Tmwilcom we do offer co-financing with bank, and in Morocco we have the chance to have a very strong, very structured financial sector with very strong banks at Tijari Wafa Bank, Bank of Africa and others. And yet, even though we do have this strong banking sector, we still need, I believe in my humble point of view, the fact that some institutions work with the guarantee schemes in a more co-financing development part. So the future for me is both of them. They are complementary schemes, and we need to find the good balance between the fact that, like Humam said, we have to understand the needs of our customers. That's the key. Always that's the key. So when we understand this need, we can offer him like medicine, like drugs. Okay, for you it will be 40% guarantee and 60% financing or co-financing, depending on each customer. Yeah. So the future is both of them.
Great point. And yes, the guarantee scheme should follow the development strategies that it initiates for. I believe BPI France, you had a merge in 2013. There was 3 organizations merged into BPI France. One of them are scheme, one of them are funding, one of them are... If you explain it more, that will give us more insight about the modeling and governing modeling of BPI France. Here.
Yes, it's a good question. Your question is if we need a development bank and guarantee fund. Yes, because a private bank, the job of private bank is not to finance innovation. The job of private bank is not to finance creation. Mm-hmm. And you need public organization to start to finance startups, creation, innovation, and to engage private ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And the success of BPI France, at the present time, it is a success. 20 years ago, it was not a success.
Okay.
We lost a lot of money.
Okay.
Banks were against us because we had no consideration about the market, mm-hmm. and we are in competition with private banks. So the day we realized it is important to be a partner of private banks, to develop confidence with private ecosystems, and to build financial solutions or not financial solutions according to the needs of entrepreneurs is good. And we improved the governance, and we improved very hard how to analyze the risk. So now we are very famous in analyzing the risk, even if we have less and less allocation, even if the French economy is not good, we have a very strong activity. And all the activity is built on confidence with private banks. If a private bank has no confidence with a guarantee fund with a public bank, there is no project. Because the day you put a project to a guarantee fund, if you have a default, perhaps in 2 years, and the day to realize guarantee, 3 years more. So banks, and it's very important in different countries in Africa or in other part of the world, you have to be sure the public institution is still present in 2 years, in 5 years, to get money back according by guarantee. So for us, and the success of preference is the confidence with private banks and to innovate every day about solutions and to entraîner, to foster all the private ecosystem.
Brilliant, brilliant. Thank you very much. I believe we have covered so many points from how to transform the organization to more fintech solutions. We have covered also a point of view of how the guarantee institution should turn to be more indicator for the economy. We have covered also the impact for it in the national level and international level. I would like to thank my speakers here, my guests for the session today. We covered some overall and top ideas and perspective about the guarantees. Thank you for being here. And please allow me, let's have a picture together on the stage.
حضورنا الكريم، ندعوكم للجلسة الحوارية الثانية بعنوان ضمانات مبتكرة لتمكين الصادرات السعودية نحو التجارة العالمية. راح يكون معنا عبد اللطيف الغيث، المدير العام لإدارة التمويل في بنك التصدير والاستيراد السعودي، عدنان ناجي، المدير العام للشركة الأردنية لضمان القروض، وفاطمة رستم، المدير التنفيذي في صادرات البحرين، بإدارة ريان الحميد، المدير التنفيذي لتطوير الأعمال في بنك المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is our pleasure to welcome you all to today's panel titled Guarantees for Global Trade, Empowering Saudi Export with Impressive Model. I am truly honored to be moderating this session, especially with our distinguished speaker, each of whom has made a remarkable contribution to strengthen the role of SMEs in the region as well as the export growth. First, we have Engineer Abdul Latif Al-Ghaith, Director General of the Lending Department at Saudi Exim Bank. Joining us from Jordan, Mr. Adnan Naji, Director General of the Jordan Loan Guarantee Corporation. And from the Kingdom of Bahrain, we have pleased to welcome Ms. Fatima Rustam, Export Solution and Business Development Manager at Export Bahrain. Please join me to welcome our speakers. Before we dive deeper, I would love each one of you to briefly introduce your organization and how it supports SMEs, especially in the context of global trade and strengthening the SMEs in that regard. Let's start with Mr. Abdul Latif. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Rayyan, and I would really like to thank Kafala for hosting this great forum and the audience for being with us today. So just to give you a quick brief about Saudi Exim, it was established 5 years ago in 2020, and its main mandate, it was part of 2030 vision to diversify the economy and enable and grow the non-oil exports. So we do this through providing financial tools and services. We do have the full suite of products to support the exporter through his export journey. We do provide both funded and non-funded facilities, which is mainly guarantees and insurance. Just to give you a snapshot about the achievements and how big Saudi Exim and what we have achieved since inception. We have recently achieved a historic milestone where we have provided 100 billion Saudi riyals of facilities to support Saudi non-oil exports. 60% of these facilities was done through our guarantee program and insurance programs, the unfunded products. And 1/3 of these facilities was directed within the MENA region. Going back to your second part of the question, Rayyan, regarding the SMEs. SMEs is really within the heart of our mission. 40% of our clients in Saudi Exim are SME clients. We do have tailored programs for SMEs, for SME exporters, and we have dedicated 2.5 billion Saudi riyals of guarantees in collaboration with local financial institutions and with Kafala program as well to support the SME exporters.
Thank you very much, Mr. Abdul Latif. Now we switch the mic to Mr. Adnan, please.
Ryan, first of all, I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincere thanks for Kafala for arranging this tremendous conference. And I would like to extend as well my sincere thanks for Kafala, represented by dear friend Mr. Humam Hashim and his team. For GLGC, you know that GLGC was established in Jordan in 1994 in its current legal form. It represents actually a very successful story that represents the partnership between public and the private sector. The ownership structure for GLGC, 45% is owned by Central Bank of Jordan, which representing the public sector, and the other 55% is owned by private investors, mainly financial institutions operating in Jordan. GLGC, its mission is to enhance the financial inclusion, to facilitate access to finance mainly for micro, small, and medium enterprises. To do that, we have two lines of business. Actually, we have the loan guarantee program, and we have export credit guarantee program. For the first one, we are covering all requirements, all needs of our customers, our mainly startups, mainly micro institutions, formal and informal business. On the other hand, we have export credit guarantee that would enhance the export of Jordan, facilitate the mission of Jordanian exporters to open new windows to reach new markets, and as well to enhance the awareness, increase awareness. We used to have many missions inside and outside Jordan with many other partners just to increase awareness about Jordanian products and to increase awareness of our companies to discover and explore in new markets.
Great initiative. Thank you very much. Please go ahead.
أهلا السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Thank you so much for the invite today, and we are really honored to represent Export Bahrain as part of this panel. Export Bahrain is the national arm that empowers exports from Bahrain to global markets. In Bahrain, we believe that exporting is not just an economic activity. Exporting is the fundamental growth for the development of the economy itself. So with that vision and under the guidance of His Royal Highness, Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, and under the supervision of His Excellency, the Minister of Industry and Commerce, Abdullah bin Adel Fakhru, and under the direction and the passion of Her Excellency Mustafa Abdel Khaliq, who set the strategy for Export Bahrain. Basically, Export Bahrain was launched and established in November 2018. In Export Bahrain, we believe in making companies more sustainable. So basically, our model works around bringing down the cost of the SMEs and the exporters and making the Bahraini product the product of choice in global markets, as well as giving them more visibility and all that. So we support pre-exporters, we support export-ready, and we support existing exporters who would like to diversify their export markets and tap into, let's say, new markets. How do we do that? Basically, we have established and developed a portfolio of products and services. We have insurance products that we offer. There are the finance schemes that we have that support export. There is the shipping and logistic programs that we have. We do a lot of export facilitations. We have a retail initiative that we're very happy with, and there is a lot of adoption We have market intelligence solutions that we offer as well, and many more. Since establishment till date, alhamdulillah, we have facilitated over 1 billion USD of exports that are mainly SME exports. We have tapped into more than 100 markets from Bahrain, and we have supported over 84 product and service categories. And alhamdulillah, the retention rate of our customers are very high. And this proves the strong export ecosystem in Bahrain and the collaboration between public and private sectors.
Thank you very much. MashaAllah, great initiatives and many good stories to tell about achievements going from Saudi Arabia to Bahrain and Jordan. I will go back to you, Mr. Adnan. In your perspective, what are some of the emerging global trends you are seeing in export credit guarantees?
You know that we are living in a very dynamic environment, so trends are changing in a very short time. So we have to keep an eye on technology initiatives, geopolitical tensions, supply chain, and the flow of goods and commodities. If I want to summarize the recent trends in ECA's industry in general, I can illustrate them into 6 categories. We can talk about green finance and sustainability, as well the AI, risk management that should be proactive rather than to be reactive. We can talk also on blended finance or untied finance. So we have to keep an eye on risk management, because you know that in this environment, the number and the impact of risk is very impactful. So the trend of being proactive is very essential, mainly in those days. We have to follow the best practices. We have to implement, for example, IFRS 9 and IFRS 17 to calculate the expected losses for the export credit guarantees, because you know that once we add our guarantee on any shipment or any transaction, so the credit risk is moved from the buyer to the ECA. So proper hedging is very essential. It is required in a very strong way. So enhancing risk management activities, moving toward green finance and sustainability. You know that the renewable energy, at least considered as the second largest sector in terms of deals. It reached around 10 billion in the first half of 2025. If we are talking about blended or untied finance, which is essential to enhance the security of imports, mainly energy, after the geopolitical tension between Russia and Ukraine, and we have witnessed the stop of supporting gas, for example, from Russia to Europe and to many other markets. So blended finance can play a very vital role in this regard.
I would like to interrupt you here. What do you think these developments, how do you think it's going to shape the future of the global as well as the region after having such a development, as you mentioned?
Thank you for this question. All of us have what do we call business continuity plan, recovery plan, disaster recovery plan. It's something well organized, well structured, well written. But on the ground, it is not tested effectively. So we have to have some type of simulation that what if scenarios if we have no source of energy from certain markets or traditional markets. For example, in the Middle East, we have to import many essential materials from other markets as a raw material for our industries. So diversification of products, diversification of suppliers, it is something essential. It might be more than essential to keep the sustainability of our industries. energy. It's something critical, so we have to diversify source of suppliers, source of markets. Continuity plan, it should be tested on the ground rather than to be something on the shelf just written for reviewing on a regular basis.
Very well said. Thank you, Mr. Adnan. Going back to you, Ms. Fatma. Bahrain has made impressive strides in exporting or support mechanism. We would like to hear more about the key challenge export Bahrain has been addressing when it comes to export credit insurance.
Thank you so much. So basically, if you look at Bahrain, we came a long way when it comes to export financing and export credit insurance and all that. So we have export financing programs which have been active for the past 7-8 years, and government entities that provide guarantees to SMEs and make them more bankable and all that. I think the challenges remain an adoption of AI, maybe the approval time could be improved, and these things. When it comes to the export credit insurance, we had two main challenges. The first challenge was that we did not have any export credit instruments available in Bahrain. And on the other side, from a demand perspective, SMEs in Bahrain were unaware of the importance of insuring their receivables. So what we did is, after conducting a detailed study, we have launched the export credit insurance program. Again, the adoption rate was low for that program because the awareness was also not yet catched, you know. So
it is a common.
It is common. So what we did is, like, there was a lot of hard work from Export Bahrain team and all that. And honestly speaking, COVID came a blessing in disguise for us. So people saw the success stories of whoever insured their receivables, and, you know, like all the bankruptcies that people went through and the defaults that they got and all that. So alhamdulillah, the program picked up very quickly. And now we have a year-on-year growth of 40% for the export credit insurance program, as well as a retention rate of 90% of the program. So whoever takes the export credit insurance comes back and takes it again because they know the importance of it, you know. So it is a very successful program, and we are happy that we have launched it.
That is amazing. How did you make it accessible and effective for Bahraini exporter?
We still don't have entities in Bahrain that provide export credit insurance directly. What we did is that in Export Bahrain, we have partnered with entities like ICIEC in Saudi and Dhaman in Kuwait, and they are our partners, and they're providing the insurance facilities for our customers. They do the buyer check for them, and they do all the background check and gives them the credit limit that they require to deal with customers. This gave the exporters, you know, the confidence to even diversify their export markets and not stick to the ones they're comfortable with. We are also in the process now, as part of our new strategy, in identifying new entities that we could partner with to implement the program as well.
Amazing solution. Going back to Saudi, Mr. Abdul Latif, Exim Bank has been a forefront of promoting Saudi export and helping businesses expand internationally. Could you please share the bank's guarantee programs? I mean, how the bank guarantee programs helping SMEs to enhance competitiveness of Saudi export?
So, yeah, as we all know, the guarantees, what do they provide is they reduce the risk of non-payment, increase the competitiveness of the products to be sold outside of the kingdom, and also encourage all kinds of exporters, including, of course, SMEs, to enter new markets. So it really gives the confidence to the Saudi exporter to do this cross-border transactions and enter new and especially high-risk markets. For us, focusing on the guarantees and on the insurance products we have been enabled to enable our exporters to reach more than 150 countries globally, and also to increase their competitiveness in those countries. Also, the programs that we have extended, which is the guarantees and insurance, which is a full suite, full-fledged in terms of long-term, short-term, investment insurance, project finance, all types of covers that we do provide to the financial institutions. Financial institutions has benefited from these programs. So we have enabled financial institutions and encouraged them to go and explore untapped markets that wasn't within their appetite. And they have done the same for us as well, where SMEs, even outside of the kingdom, were able to buy from the kingdom by having FIs internationally guaranteeing the payments of their SME clients to be to buy from the kingdom. So it is both ways, both for the exporter, for the FI, for us as well. Also, we have recently obtained an A+ Fitch rating, which has further helped us and boosted our offering of guarantees and insurance during the past couple of months, and increased the confidence of the financial or international community for Saudi Exim. Just to conclude, of course, the targets on the Saudi exports are ambitious, very ambitious, and we cannot fulfill it alone. Our mission is, yes, to enable the non-oil Saudi exports, but we need to do it in the most efficient and effective way. And we cannot do this unless we optimize our capital in the most optimal way. And guarantees and insurance is the way to do so, which will help create more impact to our economy and the region's economy.
Brilliant. I would like to ask you a last question about the access of your different products offering to SMEs. How did you make it accessible for SMEs, and how do you increase the awareness of the different products that you are offering to Saudi exporters?
So in terms of accessibility to the SMEs, one of the tools that we saw, of course, in terms of enabling the local financial institution to support the SME export. Another part that we are doing is by financing the buyers in other countries to buy from the SMEs. So we are reducing the non-payment risk on the SMEs, which is things that they cannot bear, and also increase their competitiveness. They don't need to give any credit to their buyers, and this has been done through our local, our international partners, banks, regional banks in different countries. We have more than I guess 20 countries that we do have lines of credit that provide, and they do provide guarantees for us in order to enable the buyers to buy from the kingdom. Also through our insurance offering, confirming LCs, giving investment insurance in places where they do, or project finance as well, where they do buy goods and services to finance this project. So these are the types of support that we do provide for SMEs to enable them to go global and be able to be competitive globally.
MashaAllah, great achievements. Thank you, everyone. This has been an engaging discussion. We have heard guarantee programs, when designed effectively, can unlock financing for SMEs, mitigate risk, and build stronger export ecosystem across the region. I would like to sincerely thank Mr. Abdulatif Al-Ghaith and Ms. Fatima Rustum, as well as Mr. Adnan Naji, for their valuable insights, and thank you all for joining us today. Thank you. ناخذ صورة.
حضورنا الكريم، ندعوكم لحضور الجلسة الحوارية الثالثة تحت عنوان دور المؤسسات المالية في تنمية المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة وتمكين رؤية 2030 عبر برنامج كفالة. ندعو كل من مضحي الشمري رئيس مصرفية المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة ومتناهية الصغر في بنك الرياض، أيضاً محمد الخويطر المدير التنفيذي للعمليات التشغيلية برنامج ضمان التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة كفالة، وفيصل قلعجي رئيس قطاع تمويل وتطوير المنشآت في بنك البلاد، بالإضافة إلى عبد الرحمن بن محمد العمار رئيس تطوير أعمال المنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة في البنك السعودي الأول ساب. ويدير الحوار عبد الرحمن قاسم محلل تطوير أعمال في برنامج ضمان التمويل للمنشآت الصغيرة والمتوسطة كفالة.
On behalf of Kafala and SME Bank, I would officially welcome you for future prospect for protocol. We extend our greeting and appreciation to all honor, attendance representative present with us this afternoon. My name is Abdul Rahman, and my honor to serve you as a moderator for this session. We are privileged to join us with outstanding expert, Mr. Abdul Rahman Al-Ammar. He is the SME Bank Development Saudi الأول Bank, over 18 years experience in banking sector. He has led national strategy initiative to strengthen SME's ecosystem under the framework of Saudi Vision 2030. Thank you and welcome you. We're super glad to be here. And Mr. Faisal Qal'aji, head of SME lending and SME business development at Al Bank Al Bilad. Over 15 years of experience in corporate banking and specializes in SME segment, and he has developed and launched multiple programs to support SMEs in alignment with the Vision 2030. Welcome, Mr. Faisal. Mr. Muhammad Al-Khwaitir, he's the chief officer at Kafala, where he oversees operations and credit analysis department. Over 20 years of experience in financial industry development, and he previously held leadership roles at Saudi Industrial Development Fund. Welcome you. We're glad to be here. And last but not least, Mr. Mudhi Ashimari. He head of SME lending. He's Senior Vice President for SMEs Banking at a Riyadh Bank. Over 20 years experience in corporate and SME banking. He over portfolio exceeding 100 billion, mashallah. Led national teams more than 20-50 professionals. Thank you all for accepting the invitations here and being with us today. Today's discussion will focus on sharing insight, expert and forward-looking for perspective, contributing, shaping the future directing for this domain. We look forward and the engagement. Let's begin. For our first questions, I will start with Mr. Abdul Rahman. So what way can government guarantee, like Kafala, motivate private financial institutions to play a large role in financing SME?
Thank you very much, Abdul Rahman. Welcome, everyone. We're proud to be here sharing experience, knowledge, and the best practice of the SME ecosystem in Saudi Arabia and globally as well. It's very important to have understanding about the key enablers such as Kafala program. It's very important that to have ability to access to the data that can support developing the right product with the right needs to be offered to the SME client. In addition, to have more clarity about the market needs and ability to have sustainable growth for SME segment overall. It's not limited to that as well. If we compare the current offering for SME as of today, even for Kafala or any other government program as of today and few years back, we noticed the big change, and it's significant change related to the product offered to the SMEs. Utilizing the data itself with enablement for government programs such as Kafala, it's motivate to develop customized sector products, if can I say it in that way, to specific sector that can be utilized as a new market for SME or new sector or access to the new sector. Yes.
Definitely, Mr. Mudhi Shimari, so would elaborate with the questions here.
Yes, thank you for the invitation, and thanks to Kafala for this event. It's a great honor to be at this distinguished panel, and where we bring together public program like Kafala and financial institutions. We collectively work on upgrading the economy into a more diversified economy, enabling the young generation to be successful and disruptive as they wish. To answer the question, truly under Vision 2030, the SME sector is not just a target, it's a destiny. We collectively work on a national mission, and the target is to diversify our economy, unlock innovation, and empower the new generation. Now, when we look at numbers, the impact is of this partnership between banks and Kafala, the impact is truly undeniable. So if we go back to 2018, the portfolio of loans extended to SMEs is 100 billion. Today, quarter two, we reached more than 400 billion collectively as banks.
That's really
and
great.
The allocation from banks to from their own portfolios have doubled from 5.6 to 10.6.
Great.
And the striking point here is, the striking information here is that growth that was achieved on the micro level, the micro lending, it went from 4 billion in 2018 to more than, to almost 60 billion last quarter, which means the growth was driven by micro lending, enabling the most segment that have never been tapped as much as it is tapped today, and also the small segment. The small segment have grown during the past few years more than 550%, compared to 160% only growth in the medium size. So the partnership of Kafala have allowed the banks to penetrate new markets, new sectors, new regions, and similar to technology. Today, Riyadh Bank was honored to receive the award of Best SME Bank in lending to technology business. And I believe without the partnership with Kafala, we could have not tapped this sector. This allowed us even to scale up the amount of facilities granted.
Definitely, Kafala, it's enablers for all the financial institutions. Moving to Mr. Faisal. To just kind of a quick elaborate on the question, the the first question.
Yes, sure. Of course, thank you very much for having the opportunities for us to be here and share our knowledge. I fully agree with what my colleagues has to say about the impact of Kafala. I do believe that partnership with Kafala is one of the best collaboration that we have as banks. From my perspective, to have it from another angle, I believe that what motivates banks is this continuity and the clarity between the collaboration with banks and financial institutions and guarantee programs. Now, of course, when initiatives like Kafala are supported by efficient information, efficient data, transparency, and of course, sector-based programs and focus, this will, of course, help banks to not only lower the risk, but to have more confidence to actually go and create more programs and products to support SMEs lending and grow their portfolios.
Thank you for your insights. I will move to further question to Mr. Mohammed Al-Khwaiter. What key performance can best measure the impact of financial institutions using the guarantee and achieving Vision 2030?
Thank you. First of all, thank you, Abdurrahman. Thank you for Kafala for having this opportunity. Very honored to be here. Regarding the key performance indicators that we follow in Kafala, we have some major ones like SME GDP share, which is the Vision 2030, part of the Vision 2030.
Right.
Also, the second one is the credit share of total lending, which is 20%.
Yes.
And job creation, of course, which reached 1 million, like Mr. Humam said today, supported by Kafala. Also, the number and value of guarantees, which is number of guarantee reached 72,000 with 90 billion real guarantees. Another key performance indicator that we measure is the SME graduation. 40 companies moved from SME to NMO market.
Definitely, we always in Kafala be proud to see the growth of the SMEs from macro to small to medium until they go for public. Mr. Mulhi, would you like to elaborate for that question?
Yes, I totally agree with Abu Abdulaziz. The usual and traditional measure of volume is no longer serve the soul of the Vision 2030 strategy or transformation plan. I would agree that graduation is one main pillar that should be considered. Also, the job creation per million should be another measure.
Definitely.
Also, the focus on regional capabilities should be taken in consideration. I know in Al-Taif we have a great flower. In Al-Ula we have great tourism activities. So I think focusing on regional capabilities should also be considered in measuring the impact. So I would highly recommend that also the KPIs should move from volume to impact, to measure impact, the socio-economic measures that can be reviewed from now and then to measure the volume that we have been deployed.
Nice.
And I would highly also recommend that going forward, the integration, digital integration with banks,
Definitely.
as well as using AI metrics to deploy money more smartly and impactfully.
Definitely, digital transformation is one of the key importance nowadays to move forward and developments. And also, I would highlight everyone's here coming to Saudi Arabia. Welcome to visit Al-Ula. It's a really a great place since you're made it to Saudi Arabia, and we are welcome you to visit. That's great insight and heritage. Going for questions, I would like to ask you, Mr. Faisal, how can bank encourage and adapt more proactive and development role in SMEs financing activities rather than just a transactional one?
Thank you for the question. I do believe that we are already seeing this transformation within the banking sector. I do see many banks, including Bank al-Bilad, have already actually established a specified SME business development department for the purpose of creating more and more programs and products, as well as services actually, tailored and specifically for SMEs sector. Now, in addition for this, there's a growing partnership between banks, financial sectors, and guarantee programs, such as Kafala, SME Bank, and all the national development funds. Those partnerships are all towards one direction and one main goal, which is supporting SMEs and growing with the sustainable growth. Now, what truly motivates banks in order to be proactive, basically this alignment between the partnerships toward one national goal. I do believe that when policies, the guarantees and the incentives are in one harmony and one shape, this will take actually the SME sector to a new era.
Nice. With Mr. Abdurrahman, would you like to elaborate for that questions?
Sure. As a bank, as of today, it's, as you mentioned, to be proactive and develop beyond the financial solution that we provide as of today. We have a joint and continued discussion with the key enablers from government entity and semi-government entities to trying to find development or area that we can jointly support. It's not limited to that. We as a bank, we already have a dedicated team to support the SME and understanding their needs, increase or enhance and well communicated related to the awareness for the specific need for the SME. So once all of these implemented, you can offer the right product in the right time. It's not, again, it's not financial, only the financing solution. It's additional adding value services to the SME customer in order to support them in their business. Maybe it's good to mention we proud and SAB in 1st of 2025, we already launched the first integration with Kafala program that enhance the efficiency of the application process and make a real development and real impact related to the process and the SME himself, which toward enhance the growth for SME and for the joint partnership together. I believe this another milestone that to show that yes, the support for SME and make it different from the normal transactional exercise toward to the development part.
Definitely. Today is all the financial institutions today helping for developments for the SMEs. It's not only transactional today, it's an achievement, it's a goal for all the financial institutions. Mr. Mudhi.
Exactly as mentioned by Abdurrahman, the truly way going forward beside innovation and is partnerships. Another striking point is that the growth we achieved collectively as banks in 2020 was around 60% compared to 2019 during the COVID. During the COVID, everyone came together to work side by side to help and support SMEs. When did we achieve such a percentage in growth? We never achieved the same percentage we achieved in 2020 until it was mid of 2024. To grow since that time another 60%. So it took us 3.5 years to achieve what we achieved in one single year during 2020. So partnerships is always the way ahead. Considering this as a national mission, considering this as a destiny for us, empowering and enabling SMEs as much as we can.
Definitely moving for Mr. Mohammed Al-Khuwaiter. Since the establishment of Kafala 2016 to the present today, 2025, how do you evaluate the value of engagement and interest financial institutions in supporting SMEs through enhancing guarantee partnerships with Kafala?
Being in Kafala since inception, we saw a very big change from partnership that is a little bit shy to a true and engaging partnership with all banks, evidenced by the numbers that the CEO announced today, 120 billion real guaranteed finance. This is a really solid proof that our partnership is working. Another thing I believe also that is important is the public-private partnership, like with, for example, منشآت, with SAMA, and now SME Bank. SME Bank now is newly formed. Kafala is part of it. This will give Kafala a very good synergy and tools to serve SME more. I think the banks are beyond introduction to SMEs, but they are now in the stage that in innovation stage, let me say, where a detailed and specialized product is formed in the banks and NBFIs to serve SMEs.
Definitely, today all the digital transformations, what's happening, all the banks, they are hungered to support all the SMEs in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and moving with the Vision 2030. With all these new products, they are having great jobs. Closing thoughts, I will open this for each single of you today. What advice to the audience or insight would you like to share for moving forward with this all, Vision 2030 of Saudi, help supporting the SMEs? You mentioned about the employment rates, employing Saudis. So here, the stage is yours. I'll start with Mr. Madhi.
Yeah, sure. I think the way going forward with in terms of partnership with Kafala is the digital integration, making the data available, making technology as well as policy seamlessly flowing between the banks and Kafala. This is the way to enable more SMEs and changing also the KPIs to be impact oriented rather than volume and counters and numbers. I believe this will allow the banks to tap in new markets and be more equipped to enlarge their portfolios and deliver faster to clients. So basically, those SMEs, they just need access to funding as fast as possible, as flexible as possible. We have what it takes. Kafala has what it takes. We just need to utilize digital to be more responsive and to be faster, in order to enable those SMEs to contribute 35% of our national GDP, inshallah.
Definitely. Mr. Mohammed Al-Khuwaiter, thoughts, insights?
We are lucky that Vision 2030 is covering all our hope in this regard. What I would like to see in the sector is more trust, more innovation to reach sustainability. Also, not forgetting the entrepreneurs. Now we are witnessing banks that have a designated departments that helps entrepreneur not only in lending side but other areas. And of course, like all my colleagues, and as you mentioned, the digital transformation, we should embrace on that.
Definitely.
And not look to guarantees as a safety net, but like a rocket launch or a launch pad that will enable SMEs to grow and prosper.
Definitely. We're talking about guarantees nowadays in Saudi Arabia, moving in a digital transformation that speed the process and supporting the SME and partnerships with the banks. So, Mr. Faisal.
Yes, I do believe I will have my insights and advice within 3 parts. Part number 1, I believe that SME support should not be seen as a mandate. It should be seen as a national mission, as it's one of Vision 2030 pillars. Now, an advice and insight for the banks and for the guarantee programs that we should work together to actually design for SMEs, not only for SMEs. So we should work together into finding out what are the needs of SMEs. We need to listen to them, make them listen to us as well in order to grow with one harmony, to grow with SME sector in particular. Third advice is for SMEs itself, as a sector and a segment, as for our clients, that they should take this initiative and they should take this opportunity to actually go and figure out and find out all those guarantee programs. Now, all the national funds, Kafala, so on and so forth, are working toward empowering SMEs. So they should literally take this advantage and go with it.
Definitely a lot of opportunities here for all the SMEs. Definitely they should take the advantage of this. Mr. Abdurrahman.
Moving forward, I believe utilizing or within the current digital transformation happened in the banking sector. If we link that with a continuing collaboration that already exists with Kafala program, accessing to the data and trying to utilize those data to identify the challenge and trying to move it or convert it to an opportunity to the SMEs. I believe this is how can we build win-win situation or win-win-win for the bank guarantee program, which is Kafala, and the SME customer or SME business. All of these things, it will have a positive impact for the Vision 2030 pillars.
Definitely. Here, I would like to thank our distinguished speakers, Mr. Abdurrahman Al-Ammar, Mr. Faisal Al-Qalaji, Mr. Mudhi Shimmari, and also Mr. Muhammad Al-Khuwaitir, for your all valuable and contributions here and your knowledge, sharing knowledge. With that, I would like to thank all our participants for attendance and also your engagements. We hope today's discussions inspire you new ideas and open a new horizontals will support better decisions and initiatives. It's been my honor to moderate this panel. Thank you and wish you all the productive and continuous for this forum. Thank you.